Hey everyone, this is LanokirX. You red pandas out there have a great day so far because you are the Swiss me out there, and I'm back with another episode of Steins, and honestly I'm so hyped to watch more of these. But before I do talk more about this episode and possible spoilers and things like that, there will be a little artist promotion right here. So be sure to visit the artist, links in the description box below, and of course if you want or know one that want an artist promotion like this, just write in the comments because I'm here to help. We gonna share the art to everyone. And about this episode of Steins, and oh my god, seriously, it was hilarious. I love it. And then still it just wakes more and more questions. It's such a mind-eating show because I'm constantly wondering, like, what will happen next? I mean, they reveal. I mean, now Shiny Fingers knows about this as well. And what is with her? I mean, the possibilities. There are so many possibilities. I mean, Suzu. I still have no idea really either. Because she apparently recognized Kurisu because she knew her name, full name, both last and short name, without have met her before, and how she reacted was highly suspicious. She doesn't recognize lots of things that is very ingrained in the culture there. There are so many things and puzzle pieces that makes me really wonder what's going on. And then of course Shiny Fingers. How she writes and all. I mean, I think it's a kind of, I mean, I can actually feel with her. I mean, I have an easier time to write than actually talk, at least on phone. I mean, I'm talking pretty much right now, seriously. And I still feel like what she knows about this EBN, and Suze as well for that matter. And but why? Why does she have such interest in it? Why does she want to take photos of it? And right now I have, like, I could almost make a wall, you know, like, and with red strings, like, all the evidence leads to this. But what if everything is just in vain because it's literally a different timeline? Okay. And my cat looks at me like I'm an idiot or something like that. Burp. Hey, Shanli. But yeah, seriously, I'm getting me so insanely curious about this and learning more. Though there is so many things that I actually makes me wonder. Cause seriously, when it comes to time and timelines, things like this, at least I've been talking, and so I talk a lot. Though I'm happy some of you actually do enjoy it, and I'm happy for that. And it is that. There was something on my mind, but is the concept of sending things back in time. If you send something back, here's the timeline. You send something back here, a couple of years back, for mention. How will it go with? I mean, it's because generally they die. We've seen that they turn to jelly man, jelly things. They're pretty nasty, seriously. And how doesn't they cease to exist in that timeline, in that sense? I'm not entirely sure, probably not, but you know, there, with all of these possibilities of alternative timelines and things like that, it's definitely something really crazy things going on. Seriously, I love that. Makes me thinking so much, maybe a bit too much, as you hear me talking here. I have constantly a train of thoughts. As soon as I see something, I got my brain like continue even more. And that what's the thing with Ocarina there in the near the end. We had this weird dream thing, and they're talking about space that is endless yet not. I mean, that is the thing with space and all that. What we do know, at least, is that while space is pretty much endless, it still expands we have no idea. We can only fathom what's beyond space. And when you're thinking of that, we are pretty freaking small. I mean, we are just a little in this entire universe built of space and time and this world we are in. I must say, I think this is pretty freaking amazing. What we are, I mean, literally, as I know someone mentioned in the past or read somewhere, is that we literally are stardust built up by, I mean, seriously, about 70% of our bodies are water. Just that fact is pretty fucking cool in a sense, as well scary to know that, in a sense, my body and your body is built up by the absolute smallest thing that we know, atoms. That build up me, and I'm a pretty big person, you know. I'm a bit over 180, and I'm a bit fatty. Yet I'm built up by the very same thing as any one of you out there. I think that is pretty crazy. How when you think, and in that sense, when you think, well, I mean, you know, when you're talking about race and things like that, you know, some talk about yeah, some races are better than others, some are worse, and I'm like, when we're like looking at ourselves on the subatom levels, I'm pretty sure we won't see any differences. I'm pretty sure in that end, we are all one and the same. And I think that is so, I'm terrible sorry, but this is, I always been like that because I love books, I love reading, I've always been reading and getting into these kind of things because I mean, when you take an everyday item, we're gonna take bacon here. Bacon, you're my experimental guinea pig. Well, pig. Okay, and I mean, it's a dog toy. I bought it actually for my cat, but my cat didn't like it, so bacon had been my. But when you think on it, all of these things to make this one, how much is it what do we need to make this? Rubber? Obviously. We need a rubber mass for it. Where do we get the rubber mass? That comes from a factory that makes a certain sort of rubber mass for it. And where does all of these components come from? The rubber come from one place, the chemicals from another. When you're thinking on it, just to make this little thing, there's a long way back. I mean, it is like a fucking tree, as we've been talking about these different timelines that I mean, seriously, here's my phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy, what the fuck is it? S5 or S4, something like that? Yes, I'm not a modern person. I can't buy any new thing anyways. I think it's pretty fancy, my first smartphone. But yes, imagine, I mean, today you get one of these pretty easy and it's insane powerful. I mean, considering the amount of data and the amount of things you can do with it. But all of these pieces, first of all, I was thinking, what kind of crazy genius people are that came up with this thing? I mean, imagine, just 20 years ago, this didn't exist. This was just like a science fiction thing. And we live here today. And all of this I mean, there are so many components, every bit of component. And when you think, I mean, maybe it's because I've been working in so many different industries. I've been working with steel, plastic, paper, and things like that over my years. And I've seen machines doing all of this. And when I stand there, like, I've been working with rubber factory, you know, making these rubber masses. And we have rubber, we have certain chemicals, we have stuff, and lots of mixture of things that mix together. And then I see like this machine. There's a machine that mixes it. All of these parts are made somewhere else. Like all the bolts are made in one factory. They get all the steel from another factory that melts it and forms it. They get all the tools to do that from another factory. When you seriously, it's pretty freaking big just to make small things. And I'm thinking like, because when you see a little bolt and it kind of spread out where everything came, you know, all of these things in a sense, all is connected. And the same things feel with space. You know, when we see space, we see us thinking, looking up on the stars and the moon and the sun and all that, seeing the planets, and like, well, it's pretty big, and it is. And it, even beyond what we know and see, it just continue expanding. And with time as well, time is such a thing, and I haven't, I said terrible sorry, I'm feeling so silly to talk about this thing, but I get so passionate about this kind of thing. I think it's so interesting. I know I'm probably not right about much anyways, but I still feel very much for this, to talk, to think and get into it and see like there is so much connection in this world. We many times we think we take for granted. We don't realize that all of these things makes us in a way connected. I mean, I'm pretty sure to make this phone, we have things and parts from the entire world to make this. I mean, I know, I mean, I'm a simple person in that sense, because I love to see like when people talking and showing their, you know, showing these how things are done. There is a show that's called that, you know, you get to see machines, how they do. I think that is actually super interesting, because like, see, making everyday things like a pencil. How do they do that? All the parts make this little fucking thing that we draw and write with. I think that is super insane, but I realize I talk way too much, but man, I could talk about this forever probably. Terrible sorry for that, but seriously, I think it's so interesting. And if you have any questions or things like that related to like what something that you think amazing, like within certain science and things like that, or just general things, write it down, because I want to take up in the next video I do when I'm talking about things like this. I want to see what if you have any cool ideas or stories. I want to take it up and share with everyone else as well. So please write it down, please. And I will be back with more reaction videos and of course and all that. So thank you for watching so far. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, or like for more. It means so much to me, and I will be back very soon with more Steins Gate and many other things. So see you later on, and most of all though, have a continuous super great day.